Title: Holy Tweets, Batman. Vatican calls out bishops for social media fiascos. TLDR. The Vatican's been having a tough time controlling the cyberclergy, with bishops and prominent Catholic figures stirring up drama on social media. They've just dropped a 20-pager titled Towards Full Presence, a pastoral reflection on engagement with social media to urge caution and promote digital decorum. The document highlights the dangers of misinformation, data abuse, and digital tribalism. It also points out a future concern with AI making decisions for us. It's no secret that some in the Church are using social platforms to sow discord, even aiming fiery tweets at Pope Francis himself. Now let's dive in, shall we? Hailing from the age-old city of Vatican, the voice of reason recently sounded an alarm on the digital battleground, that is social media. Here's a riddle for you: what do you get when you mix bishops, tweets, and a sprinkle of controversy? The answer, my friends, is a seriously ticked-off Vatican. As part of their campaign to clean up the online conversation, the Vatican's communications department dropped a 20-page equivalent of a mic, suggesting some of the Church's top figures were acting less like servants of God and more like instigators of online drama. Could this be the New Age indulgences we've been hearing about? This communication manual, aimed at all Catholics, doesn't just wave a red flag about misbehaving bishops. It also calls out the dangers of fake news, data misuse, and the nastier side of digital tribalism. In their words, people are becoming commodities whose data is sold, often without their knowledge or consent. Yikes. In a world that can't seem to agree on the flavor of its morning coffee, let alone political or religious matters, the Vatican's document condemns this growth of online polarization and extremism. So, the question is, are we locking ourselves in echo chambers, reverberating our own ideas and beliefs without considering alternative perspectives? We're not pointing fingers here. Vatican did that already, but it's pretty well known that conservative Catholic bishops, especially those in the US, have been less than friendly with Pope Francis on Twitter. Some have even backed up video attacks on the pontiff. Now, that's one spicy ecclesiastical meatball. The Vatican document states, unfortunately, broken relationships, conflicts, and divisions are not foreign to the Church. I mean, who among us hasn't had a family squabble or two, right? But taking it to Twitter seems like a new level, don't you think? Last but certainly not least, the Vatican's comms department is pulling back the curtain on an even more dystopian concern: AI making decisions for us. Here's another riddle: what happens when we let machines run the world? Remember, the Vatican has previously partnered with tech biggies like Microsoft and IBM, advocating for the ethical development of AI and regulations on intrusive technologies like facial recognition. But can we, as a society, maintain control and ensure that these new technologies are developed with our best interests in mind? So, as we log off for the day and ponder the role of social media in our lives, the Vatican's warning rings in our ears. But the question remains, will the message hit its mark, or will it get lost in the virtual ether like a lone tweet in a Twitter storm? Can the Church leaders tame their social media habits, or are we looking at a new norm? And most importantly, will